Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where tonight we come to you for the final round of the season 25 of Sunday Night Lights, and in fact, the final round of the year, where I'm your host, Alex McKellar, and joining me, as always, is the chaotic one himself, Mr. Corey Steinhauser. Corey, the biggest night of action of the week is here for one last time in 2021, mate. Big night ahead.
That's exactly right, Alex. 20 cars filling out our field here tonight. And amazingly, with all 20 cars, we have a strength of field of a 50-80. This is the biggest field that we've assembled for such a strength of field. And this is our fourth race this season over 5K. It's absolutely incredible, Alex, and I'm looking forward to some excellent racing here tonight.
Yeah, you and me both, mate. Really looking forward to what the guys can turn on. And what is a great Skippy track here, great classic GP track here at Brands Hatch, of course. Now, running through our field, we got the great Naoya Nagai, who is currently second in the standings, but he, look, tonight he's got a chance to take it all, take the top step on the podium overall. It's between he and our number 2 car here tonight, Julien Offray, the Frenchman currently leading. Two-plated car here tonight, but he has it all to play for. He's got to hold off a hard-charging guy. Fascinating to see how that one plays out. Dennis Johansson, the Great Dane himself, he in the bright red Doggo-mobile. He's back as car number 3. Adam Miles, who we haven't seen. I think, in fact, it might be his debut for Miles here tonight. And what a race to join us in. 5K soft, not a bad way to kick it off. Duran, who we saw previously this season for 1 or 2 races, he's car number 5. Car number 6, Adam Tompkins, again another debutant from if my memory serves, car number 6 here tonight. Giuseppe Tellini, no stranger, of course, leading Italian driver in terms of the seedings here tonight. Fraser Smith, the Englishman, joins us once again. He's had a couple of great races here this season in his debut and breakout season, almost you might say. Nathan Wade, his UK and I compatriot, is the number 9 plated car. And the second of the Italians, Laura Samadio, who just got bumped off the podium positions by Nagai last week in terms of the overall standings. Looking to see what he can do, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. Coming to our 11th plated car, we've got Takumi Yamato, the second of our Japanese drivers here tonight. And Takumi has been doing pretty well this season so far, so it's going to be good to see what he can do around Brands Hatch here. We've got Franco Ruggieri from Italy as our 12th plated car. Always a very aggressive driver. Be good to see how aggressive he can get around this track. We've got Kevin Budgun from UK and I as our 13th plated car. Lucky for some, unlucky for others. Let's hope it's luck on his side here tonight. We've got Hiroshi Ueda as our 3rd of the 3 Japanese contingent here in the 15th plated car. Ueda's been doing pretty well this season as well. Vasco Soroski, another one who has been having a bit of a breakout season with only 2 spotters instead of his whole army like usual from the Oz NZ club. We got Lorenzo Zingaretti from Italy as our 17th plated car here tonight. And I think we've only seen him twice previously, so be interesting to see what he can do. Sergio Rubio from Iberia in the 18th plated car. We've got Marcus Donner from DATCH as our 19th plated car, and wrapping up the field, and what I think is an SNL debut, Matthew Thomas from the Oz NZ Club as the 20th plated car, Alex.
Yeah, you'd have to go way back to see Matt Thomas. He has raced with us before, but it was a long time ago. I used to enjoy watching Matthew race. He used to take it to the likes of Enzo Cantor. I remember one famous race at Lime Rock Park in the early days. But no, it's been a while since we've seen Matthew. Good to see him back. The one that we might have missed in the blue and orange is George Maddock, UK and I. He's seated number 4, currently doing pretty well in quali, up in 6th after his first lap. Surprising for me, Nagai, who is the king of quali for the skips globally at the moment, currently sitting in 3rd, Corey. What can he do with his second lap?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what he can do, actually, Alex, because we know Nagai is one hell of a qualifier. He's usually always putting it on top. And it's actually very strange for me to see him sitting there in 3rd after the first lap. Because normally he goes first by 2 or 3 tenths on the first lap and then smashes everyone by half a second on his second lap. See him just going through the GP section now, heading towards turn number 7. And he's just nice and smooth, taking all the curb there, using all the track on exit, using all the track on entry to turn number 8. And I reckon he's going to be on for a pretty quick lap here, Alex.
Tompkins going to be hard to beat with a 39.2. I'm just watching the telemetry down the bottom. No one setting purple sectors as yet. We've got our eyes on the guy. He's chucked up a purple sector. What can he do? He's going to go close. What's he done? A 38.8, if you don't mind, in quali. The king at quali reigns. Long live the king. He's back into it. Johansson. O'Fray, though. O'Fray outdoes Nagai. Crazy stuff. The one race where Nagai needed the point. I'd almost written it in the ledger for the quali point, and O'Fray outdoes him. Congratulations, Julian. Snags the much needed point and sticks him ahead of Nagai on the grid in what will be an amazing battle for the series overall, Corey.
Indeed it is, Alex. This is going to set up all the drama that we're going to need for this race here tonight. It's the epic battle of the one who's already got 8 races counted, looking to try and defend, while the other one, he's still got that one race in lieu, and this is that race, and he wants to try and put it up there. I mean, he's won so many pole awards throughout the season that it's incredible that, you know, Julian O'Fray, at the pinnacle of the season, has managed to pip him for pole when it really counts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just while thinking about it, I'll chuck it up on the screen. The podcast this week just gone. We said we hope the one thing Julian O'Fray does this week is practice quali. And it looks like he has. Go check us out, by the way. Locked On iRacing Podcasts on all your favourite podcatchers. Full SNL wrap each and every week. It'll be great to see how this one plays out. And the boys and I will be talking our way through it as we're all pretty keen to see how it plays out. Ruggieri chucks in a late one, puts it on the second row. Miles, the other one who put in a late lap, who also finished on the second row. I just can't see anyone. Ueda's still out there turning laps, Corey, but that's it. Everyone's done their 2 hot ones. Folks just getting comfortable with the conditions. But
that's right, Alex. A few people, it looks like they've had a couple of mistakes on their second lap. Nathan Wade, Rodrigo Duran, and Laureus Amadio, surprisingly, all the way down in 17th for Amadio. We'll be looking for him to charge through the field a little bit.
Yeah, potentially, although the only one who I've ever seen charge through a field like this was Perez, and he's not here tonight. But let's go check out our grid for the race tonight. Julian O'Fray grabs a much-needed pole. 38.7, if you don't mind. Joining him on the front row will be Noe Nagai, his chief and championship rival. 1/10 behind. Franco Ruggieri joins us once again for the second race this season. He's starting in third. Joining him on the second row will be Adam Miles, making his debut for UKNI. His compatriot is Adam Tompkins, and he'll be starting from 5th. Starting from 6th, second of the Japanese driver, Takumi Yamato. 7th, the Great Dane himself, Dennis Johansson. Fraser Smith joins us once again, starting from the 4th row out of 8th. Kevin Budgeon for Nibby Racing out of 9th. George Maddock, his UKNI compatriot, out of 10th. Matthew Thomas, what a great way to return to SNL Racing, starting from 11th. Nathan Wade out of 12th. 13th tonight, Marcus Dorner. 14th, the Zinger man himself, Lorenzo Zingaretti. Hiroshi Ueda out of 15th. Rodrigo Duran out of 16th from Iberia. Loris Amadio, the Italian, out of 17th. Giuseppe Tellini, his compatriot, out of 18th. Vasco Sorowski continues a forerunner in quali for SNL races, out of 19th. And Sergio Rubio, the final starter on the grid tonight, starts out of 20th, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. It's going to be an interesting race here, especially this run into turn 1. Obviously, Julian O'Fray is going to have the advantage on the inside lines. We're just waiting for our last couple of people to take the grid. There's just one right up towards the back that we're waiting for. Some people are getting a little bit antsy, hitting the gas a little bit. Oh, the pressure is already starting to mount, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. As the driver and Fred the flag marshal takes his positions as the red lights go to 5, and then go out, and we are away as the flag, Fred the Flag Marshal vigorously waves his green flag, and we're away on the first of 15 laps here tonight to decide both the SNL Championship and for all intents and purposes, potentially the overall official season as well, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Everything is just pinned on this one race alone for both championships as it stands. Looks like so far everyone actually making it through cleanly through the first couple of corners. And everyone taking all the exit out of turn number 3. These guys are putting it all on the line, and they're doing it quite safely at the moment, actually, Alex.
Outstanding driving from this massive field on the biggest race night of the week. Oh, we've lost it. We've lost it. Who's dropping? I'm trying to see who we've lost.
Ueda and Savosky.
Well, they've managed to get away with it. They've continued. Sarovsky's pulled the pin. He's jumped to the pits. He did so in the warm-up race as well. We might just stick with our front runners. Check that one a bit later. Oh, it's off in the background. Thomas went off track in the background. Had quite an adventure in his return to Sunday Night Lights action. But as we are out in the back section of the track, these guys are absolutely flying early on, and it's a pack. Oh, it's got to be 10 deep at this at the end of this first lap, Corey.
That's right, Alex. These guys are already starting to pour on the pressure, looking for any advantage they can get. You can see almost a move there for 4th position. That was Adam Miles looking to. Oh no, Dennis Johansson, sorry, trying to look for a move on Miles. Look at him just spread out on this front straight, which is not really particularly straight. Got a couple of kinks in it. As Afray goes very defensive into turn 1, not going to allow the guy the space to try and get up his inside here, Alex.
No, Afray defending. Oh, he's had a touch from Ruggieri, and the guy's out. That's it. Nagai is out. Ruggieri's punted him into next week into the braking zone at Druids. Ruggieri's continued on. But that leaves O'Fray to be hunted down by the Great Dane in the Doggo-mobile. Dennis Johansson picked his way through all that traffic after doing 1,000 races here this week. He's found the way through, and unfortunately, that's major championship implications from the part-time Ruggieri, who's rejoined this field. He won the first race this season, had an impact on the championship in the last.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex, and it's actually quite sad to see. I was looking forward to both Afray and Nagai to battle it out all the way to the end, and that's just robbed us of what could have been a great little championship stoush. But we do still have a race on our hands, and it looks like Adam Miles beaten up a little bit here as he's stuck in the mid-packs now down in 5th. And, you know, it's just a tight little pack here that these guys are battling in, Alex.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can pick up that incident. Yeah, here we go, into the braking zone at Druids. As we ride on board with Nagai, you can see Ruggieri moving across to the inside, misses his braking zone, taps both. Oh, looks like he might have touched O'Fray, maybe not, and then carried. Oh, how does he do that? Uses the Japanese driver as a brake, punts him off onto the outside, and that's all she wrote. Tragedy for the Japanese driver. As we jump back up front in live pictures now. I think we're in live pictures. Yes, we are. Just made sure. You've got Johansson, who's taken the lead. I missed him making the move for the lead, actually, while we were looking at that replay with tragic championship implications. But it's now Johansson leading O'Fray, and Tompkins. O'Fray now can relax to some extent. Doesn't need to do much besides finish to take out the championship, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And as I said, it's such a shame that we were robbed of the epic championship battle here at the end. But there is still a race on our hands here, and O'Fray is definitely one who wants to still try and win the race at all costs. So we'll see what he can do here against the Great Dane, Dennis Johansson, because this has definitely got a lot of pace, especially when it comes to him, you know, being at the very front of the pack. And it looks like Adam Tompkins here showing a little bit of pace as well, putting all kinds of pressure on our champion-elect, Julian O'Fray.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw, I think it was Dormer in the background, taking some extra grass in his diet, getting some fibre in there through the back sections of the track. lost a couple of places, but continues on. As we see the front three led by Dennis Johansson, who's up 6 positions, if you don't mind. He's done a lot of racing here. Speaking of a lot of racing, look at this second pack here. As we see Miles go up the inside of Rigeri through turn 1, and we'll have the inside running into the braking zone at Druids. As similarly, the 13 car of Kevin Budgeon looks to have a look up inside the Italian as well through Druids. That'll leave him on the outside at the bottom of the hill, at Graham Hill, that is. Through this next left-hander there, but no, Budgeon gets it done 3 corners later. Oh, jeepers, it's so tight in there, 3 wide. Can they do it? No, Maddock looking for any way to get through. Budgeon looked like he had it done. Rigeri hangs onto it, and now 3 wide behind between Budgeon, Maddock and Wade, it looks like almost. Up the big back straight, Corey. Can they get it sorted before Hawthorn Bend?
Oh, it's going to be, looks like they do actually get it sorted. I say, I don't think that they'll be able to, because these guys are just racing with so much intensity right now. But it looks like they're getting it sorted for now. They're saving all the action for what would normally be the Indy layout of this track. And during this GP section, it's a very fast flowing section, and they just seem to be calming it down a little bit so they can get through this all and try and hit it all again once they get back into that Indy section, Alex.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Let's go check out the front runners, though. Linus Thune, they go. They really settled into this mid-phase of the race, almost. It's Dennis Johansson leading from O'Fray, who's taking that slightly defensive look into turn 1 to make sure that Tompkins doesn't want to have a look. Fraser Smith, I expect him to be on the... Based on previous experience, he is just under 7/10 behind, but he'll be back into this action. And as soon as I say it, there he is, right on the back of the pack. He's picked up 2/10 in the braking zone into Druids, and right back in the action, or the thick of it, so to speak. Expect him to have an impact on that front pack. Meanwhile, this second pack, Adam Miles has made a move to break away ahead of Rigeri, and Budgeon and Maddock trailing in, well, battling away. In the UK, look this. Oh, I've heard crunch in the background. Is it Yamato's off? Yamato's off. I'm gonna say it was between him and. Hang on. Let's go check this out. Yamato into the braking zone. What's going on here? He's into the 20 car. Is he in the rear? No, or is he gonna cop it in the rear from the 10? Oh, I think he's hit the 20 car of Matthew Thomas in the braking zone, and they've both gone for a little ride, Corey. That's an unfortunate way for both their nights to end, really, isn't it?
Well, indeed it is, Alex, and it just seems that maybe our Japanese friends not exactly having the race that they want here tonight, Alex. I don't see any of them in the top 10 at the moment. So quite the unfortunate set of circumstances going on here for the Japanese contingent.
As we see O'Fray make a move for the lead through turn 1. Trying to go with him is Tompkins in the background. Oh, O'Fray, they're going to make it 3 wide into Druids, are they? No. Tompkins backs out wisely. And we see 2 by 2 they go. Fraser Smith trying to get a part of it. O'Fray now will left to be on the outside at Graham Hill Bend this time round, and runs wide. Does Johansson, not afraid to use the full extent of the track and more. Oh, Tompkins has a look up the inside of our championship leader. Looks to get it done as they look through Surtees, up Pilgrims, up the back straight now this time round, but he hasn't quite got it done. Fraser Smith almost pushing O'Fray, who then moves over onto the more traditional racing line. Will Smith have a look up the inside? Hawthorn, yes he will. Forces O'Fray to the outside. Now we come to the second of these 3 right-handers at Westfield. And oh, look at this. Tompkins looking to make it 2 for 1, and it is O'Fray forced to shuffle back 2 positions in the space of 2 corners, and that is also bringing the hard-charging Adam Miles behind him back into play, Corey.
Indeed it is, Alex, and another thing that it's doing is it's allowing DJ to get away here a little bit. I mean, it is Fraser Smith who's chasing on his tail. It's just that little bit of a breakaway here for DJ. 8/10 of a second as they were coming out of the final corner. And if anyone's going to bridge that gap, it's going to be Fraser Smith. As long as these guys don't battle too hard, and I reckon they'll be able to catch back up to Dennis here pretty quickly. But there's also the unknown of what's going to happen when they catch the soon-to-be lap-down car of Vasco Swarovski, Alex.
Oh, I'm sure Vasco will be smart and let them all by. He's about to let by 9 cars, though. This is now officially a lead pack of 9 cars. Suffice, or should I say, if Adam Miles can continue, as I hear a little bit of crunching in the background, bridging that gap. It's about 0.6 of a second, but I expect it to, with draft, to close up. Yeah, it is. It's already down to 5. Adam Miles in the braking zone of Surtees that time round has managed to get right back in play, and we do. We have a full 9 cars, I should say, in that front pack with Johansson now. Really looking to what sort of battling and fighting he's going to do to hold off the hard-charging Smith and Tompkins.
That's right, Alex, and I'm just having a look at my telemetry, and I think just lost Matthew Thomas and Giuseppe Tellini from the race, Alex. Not sure what happened to those two, but both of them in the pits at the moment.
Yeah, both of them hit the eject button. Tellini had a big moment with... let's go check it out. Oh, yeah, look, they've just run into each other on the exit of turn 1 and both ended up in the fence. And then, of course, hit the exit stage left button. But now, this front pack, led by Dennis Johansson in the Doggo-mobile, it's still for Adam Miles now, some 7.5/10. Not quite making the impact that we thought he might, but this will make an impact. Side by side they go. Fraser Smith taking it to the Great Dane this time round and doing a great job of it. Smith really putting an impact in the short number or the small number of races that he's had with us this season, really having a big impact on the racing, which is great to see, and it's been quality too. Johansson now with the inside through Graham Hill at the bottom of the hill, and yeah, great work. These guys are really putting on a great show. Side by side, though, as we see Tompkins defend from O'Fray. Look, here we go. Adam Miles is right on the back here. Let the games begin. These guys are going to be right in amongst it after this.
That's right, Alex, and it's all just been because of the battling. Now here comes Adam Mills looking for the inside run on O'Fray. I don't think that he's going to quite get there. He's got 2 more right-handers to try and get that move made, though, which he very well could do. But O'Fray holding on pretty strong on the outside line here, Alex, and he does actually manage to defend. Very well done there from O'Fray.
Amazing stuff in the context, I tell you. He doesn't have to do much to win the championship. Nagai does not have a drop round. This is his 8th of 8 scoring races. He's down out of the points in 13th. He needs to pretty much win it to take it out. O'Fray, yeah, I don't know, flirting with danger. I don't think he needs to even finish with Nagai in this position to take it out, but he's certainly flirting with danger in that respect, that he may not finish 3 wide, if you don't mind. Tompkins, Ruggieri and Miles, they get it sorted. Ruggieri's going to do the over and under and come into Druids on the inside. Preferred line. Will Tompkins be able to hang it around the outside for the inside run into Hill? Yes, I think he will. Oh, they're so tight. The wheels almost interlock there, Corey, and it's now Matic. Oh, Ruggieri. I'll tell you what, he's just put it up the rear end there of the 6-car Adam Tompkins. Let him know he's still there, and they will dead set be 3 wide by the end of this straight, Corey.
Oh, I dare say they will be, Alex. And it might not be the 3 wide that we were expecting it to be, because here comes Kevin Budkin. Oh, there's contact. Ruggieri might move over to the left side of the track to open up his corner. Big contact there with Miles, Alex.
How on earth did they survive that, let alone not lose anything, really? Amazing car control by all involved, if somewhat unnecessary on the straight, to be honest. Yeah, somewhat cavalier attitude by some in that pack, I would suggest. But the front 3, led by Dennis Johansson with Smith and O'Fray, they're licking their lips at the opportunity to break away now at a full second, and on only Tompkins really with any sort of sniff of draft. It'll be the podium getters running away with it at this stage of the race by the looks, with the other 5 drivers or 6 drivers in that what is now a secondary pack left to battle over the scrap scoring.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And something that I just noticed as well is that in front of our leaders is not just one, but now 2 lap cars, as Vasco Swarovski has picked up a friend in front of them, Alex.
They'll be having their own battle, but hopefully be aware enough of as they go 2 by 2 in the front pack. That'll bring that second pack straight back into it. Fraser Smith, though, holding off O'Fray. Johansson, all the while, running his lines. Oh, Fraser Smith, thank you very much. Great catch there and save as he used absolute extent of the track there. And this time round, though, O'Fray gets his nose just ahead as they run up the big back straight. The pack of 3 is now a pack of 9 again, Corey.
It's just crazy how quickly things can change in this race, Alex. We thought we were going to have breakaways a few times. That draft and the battling definitely keeps things interesting, keeps everything all interlocked together as the field goes streaming through single file to the GP sections here through 5, 6, and 7. And everything just looks very sedate right now. Oh, as I say that, out into the weeds goes Tompkins, I think that was. He's still managing to hold on to 4th, but that ruined his momentum a little bit coming into turn 8. And now he is going to be under attack from Miles to come through the final corner, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 2, there's a bit of crunching metal there as they come together. Tompkins again showing great car control in the face of making him on error. Oh, Ruggieri's going to chuck it up the inside if you don't mind. There is absolutely cavalier draw and then swings out and almost takes out Tompkins, who again shows massive control to hang on to that. Ruggieri is just driving, it suggests like a bit of a madman out there. He's already taken out the championship contender and now just barging his way through the field, elbows out, Corey.
He is doing a little bit of that at the moment, Alex. I'm just having a quick little look through the field. I can see the guy down in 14th position. And around for a half spin goes Ruggieri, and around for a full spin. I think that was George Maddock, Alex.
Yeah, I think it was. Let's go check it out on the replay. And we'll see what happens in front of him. You got the 4 car there of Adam Miles chasing into the corner there. Goes for the move. Doesn't quite commit to it. Does, I think, come into contact with Ruggieri. Yes, he does. And in the background, Ruggieri, fantastic job once again. Look at that, full lock, opposite lock. It checks up behind, and then Maddock gets turned around by the 9 car of Nathan Wade, who didn't make enough allowances. And that's an unfortunate bystander there. And George Maddock is the one who pays the price there for the mistake of the drivers in front. But this sort of racing breeds this sort of action, Corey, as out front we see Johansson, O'Fray and Smith looking to absolutely run away with it now that the break's been, I'd suggest, cemented, with the balance of 4 laps to go.
Indeed, it does start looking that way right now, Alex, as you see O'Fray taking the defensive inside line into Druids, managing to defend very nicely from Fraser Smith. As you can see, our leaders have already gone through both lap cars. Vasco Swarovski actually taking the dirt track line through the outside of turn 8 to allow everyone through while you're going through looking at the replay. And Giuseppe Tellini, the other lap car there, managing to just nicely let these guys go before turn 1. And it looks like he's actually going to try and jump onto the back of this pack a little bit, Alex, but it just doesn't look like he's quite got the legs to keep up with the speed our top 3 are providing right now.
Yeah, potentially. He also might form a bridge to get these 2 groups back together. As you see the rear of Johansson's car stepping out. The Dogomobile doing everything in its power to drive the Great Dane towards victory, or continue to do so. The second pack now led by Miles, still again with Ruggieri, somehow managing to stay in this race and stay in the front part of it with Tompkins and Budgeon now. Budgeon, can I say, has been one of the great improvers this season. I've seen Kevin race a few times around the traps in different places, and I've been really impressed with the guy's improvement in the last season or so, and he's starting to become a regular in this top split, and we're better for it. But jumping back up front, side by side again, Smith and O'Fray, who shows the nose on Johansson. These guys now again keeping the lapped car of is it Tellini or Amati? I can't quite see the 7-plated Tellini. Yeah, it is. As O'Fray once again takes a defensive line. They're giving Johansson every chance to win this thing, and now it is Tellini who is serving as almost a bridge between these two battle packs. I don't know if it'll be enough though, as that what still remains quite a long line of skippies snakes towards the end of the mid stages, at least, of lap 13.
I believe that they might be able to here, Alex, because battling that O'Fray and Fraser Smith have been putting on right now, they've actually kept Tellini within that draft range of them, and also just slowed everyone up and up behind at the second pack. Definitely on a charge right now. You can see the 4th place Adam Miles definitely well and truly back within the 1 second range of Fraser Smith. So it could be a little bit of an interesting end to the race set we have here, as we're just about to come to 2 to go when they get to the start finish line, Alex.
Yeah, that's it, mate. 2 to go, and this one will be decided. Oh, the guys have really thrown it out. I think I was budging in the background, grabbing extra bit of traction out on the grass. I've got to say the car control in some really awkward situations that's been on display out there tonight has been amazing. Some of the guys have had to hang on in crazy circumstances, and I think, is it Budgeon there? No, it's not. It's the 7 car. Oh, it's, yeah, again, Tellini getting out of the way as he gets lapped by the next pack, and did not, in fact, bridge the 2 gaps as O'Fray once again takes the tighter line. But hey, who is bridging the gap? It's Adam Miles. He's got on the front of Ruggieri now and is absolutely on a charge, and he's dead set within draft range. He's now 6/10 behind, and these guys are going to play a role in this race's final lap or so, despite doing their best, I've got to say, to take themselves out.
Yeah, especially with the contact that we're seeing. It's actually incredible that Ruggieri doesn't look like he's got that much damage on his Skippy. I don't even see a little bit of his front wing being bent up, so possibly all the contact that we're seeing being a little bit due to neck code as they continue on here on the penultimate lap for the final round here of the season. And you see O'Fray starting to look around a little bit more aggressively on the back of Dennis Johansson now, Alex.
Johansson's had all the running here, I think, largely because Smith and O'Fray have, they've just positioned their cars in spots that have, you see there O'Fray once again not really attacking, more defensive posture to make sure Smith isn't too interested, but Smith has got an absolute killer run out of the final corner now, crosses the start-finish line on the start of the last lap, in a great position to have the move done, and behind him Miles has got Ruggieri on the outside. Here we go, 2x2, no, over under tries O'Fray. Can he get across? Yes, he can. Fantastic move by the Frenchman, over under, gets it done, but can Smith hang around the outside? All the while in his mirrors does Johansson look and sees 2x2 behind him licking his lips as his chances of race victory increase with every passing moment. Smith, though, gets it done. Started at the final corner, finishes at turn 3 and gets it done. What can he do in the final stages, though? Miles and Ruggieri looking to charge hard up the big back straight. Johansson running away with it. Smith moves on to the racing line, trying to use the draft, leaves the door open for O'Fray, who tucks back in behind, perhaps settling for 3rd place at this stage. Oh, it's behind Miles, and Ruggieri goes side by side once again. Miles will have the running there. Ruggieri cedes the corner wisely, finally. As we run through the final stage of this one, the last race of the season, the 5K soft for the 4th time. All the chips are on the table this time round. Johansson doing a sensational job leading them out. It's his race to lose now as line astern they go through the penultimate corner. Once again, this string of 5 skippies. Ruggieri pulls out to make one last desperate lunge. No, tucks back into line. It's Johansson with 1 corner to go. Gets it done, even almost clips the grass on the outside. The run to the line now, it's Johansson. Johansson from Smith and O'Fray. That's the way they finished, Corey, with Ruggieri putting on a show in the background.
What an awesome end of the race that was, as Johansson celebrates by putting his Skippy immediately into the tyre barrier in turn one. But that was some great racing up towards the front. I'm surprised at how many times everyone could have had a really big crash and didn't end up managing to have said crashes. But I just feel so bad for the guy, Alex, taken out of the action so early and, dashing his championship hopes here tonight.
Yeah, mate, I wasn't impressed by some of the driving out there at times. I mean, it's one thing to put on a show. It's another thing to... look, mistakes happen, to be fair. I shouldn't be too harsh. I mean, people coming into the series want a big, a high strength of field. There's lots at stake for each and every one of them out there. But, I don't know. Maybe it was just a bit of extra Christmas cheer out there that let the boys fly loose and free. Again, shame to see what had been built as such a battle between the two out in front in the championship, who put themselves on the front row and right in contention. Frey and Nagai just have it tragically brought unstuck just so early. Yeah, real deflating, if I'm honest. As this time Yamato, similarly, he's had a rough ride and he's finished all the way down in 17th, but finished he has. Speaking of finishing, let's go take a look at our race results here for round 12 of season 25 of Sunday Night Lights, last race of the year. Dennis Johansson, the Great Dane, has taken out a 5k strength of field here tonight. Fantastic drive for the Great Dane. He was up 6 positions from where he started on the grid, which is not atypical of Johansson in terms of his ability to drive through the field. Perhaps only matched, if not bettered, by Perez, but a great drive nonetheless. Fraser Smith continued his hot run of form there, taking out 2nd position just ahead of championship winner Julian O'Fray. Congratulations to Julian. I'm sure we'll have a chat to him shortly. He's done a fantastic job all season. Takes out 3rd position tonight in the championship overall, and I'd suggest locked up the official season as well. Adam Miles in his debut put on a fantastic performance there to finish in 4th. Franco Ruggieri in 5th. Adam Tompkins from UK&I in 6th. Nathan Wade in 7th. Kevin Budgeon for Nippy Racing, he's finished in 8th tonight. Marcus Dorner, strong performance in 9th. Loris Amadio, the Italian, not where he thought he might finish here tonight, but made some progress through the field, up 7 positions into 10th. Rodrigo Duran for Volcano Racing and Iberia in 11th. George Maddock managed to recover to finish inside the SNL points in 12th. Sergio Rubio in 13th here tonight. Naoya Nagai, what could have been for the Japanese driver, finishing all the way down in 14th. 15th, his compatriot Hiroshi Ueda. Lorenzo Zingaretti Zinga, the Italian, in 16th. Takumi Yamato, the final Japanese driver, finishing in 17th. And Giuseppe Tellini, the other Italian, in 18th. I'm hoping I'm clicking the right button. There it is. Vasco Sorowski for Team Clouds. Another disappointing result for Vasco in 19th. Matthew Thomas, the other ANZ driver in the field, right down the back in his return to Sunday Night Lights action in P20. Corey, disappointing result for the Japanese and the ANZ drivers, but amazing result there for a couple of the Europeans at the front of the field, Corey.
That's right, Alex. As I said, it was just great racing all throughout. Congratulations to DJ, getting 6 positions in this race to finish first after starting 8th. And actually, say too for Fraser Smith. Those two started on the same row number 4 in 7th and 8th, and they ended up taking out the top 2 spots. So great racing from both of them. And, I'm just still so bitterly disappointed that we couldn't get the championship deciding fight that we had been billing ever since we finished the race last week. So I'm a little bit bitter, but sometimes that's just the way racing goes, Alex.
Yeah, it is, mate. It is. You're exactly right, mate. That's how sometimes it goes. Been an interesting mix of great racing, great driving, great skill, and some bumps and bruises along the way. I think this race was quite representative of what we've seen during this week at Brands Hatch. Quite typical of how the skips race. in the current format and the current build. And these guys, certainly some of the best in the world, put on a great display once again. Now, we've got a couple of folks waiting for interviews. We'll take them in finishing order as we tend to do here on Sunday night. I'll just grab the right buttons here. Hopefully we'll grab Mr. Smith up. Fraser Smith. Oh, he's muted. There we go. I got him free and easy now. Fraser, once again, you're forced to do it the hard way, mate. Bridge the gap, get back in the fight. But another strong finish there in P2, mate. Congratulations.
That was good. I had a few close ones in the first few laps, sort of, literally wheel to wheel. I was probably taking too much of a risk, but it paid off. But yeah, the last few laps, Julian kept going defensive into turn 2, and then we'd lose a few tenths on Dennis, and really struggled. I think that held us both back, but he was obviously doing it to stop me making a move, which I wasn't going to do, but he never knew that. So
yeah, that's it. It's hard sometimes. The non-verbal cues get misread. And he's obviously potentially looking to set up an attack later, but tough to do here. I mean, Dennis had some good pace. You guys were away at the front with a gap, and then they caught back up, and then you're away again. It just seemed to be a tossing and turning throughout, mate. How did you find the racing action from that point of view? Did it increase the tension somewhat?
Yeah, it was really, really tense, because on this, I was just saying, this track's a bit like a street circuit, really. You've not got any runoff. If you go on the grass, you're in trouble usually. So yeah, it was fun. I kind of wish I made a bit of a mistake. I kind of wish I didn't, so that Julian didn't get ahead, but you can't always have it perfect, I guess.
No, that's right, mate. Another almost strong recovery driver to some respect. I've got camera footage on you now. There's at least 6 cars in front of you at one point. So once again, showing that you know how to recover and drive through really high quality field, mate. 4th time we've hit 5K this season. So there's no mugs out there. So hopefully you're happy with that. And hopefully we might even see you again next season.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back for the whole season next time, and I'm going to try and take it to Julian.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, mate. Thanks for joining us. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just yourself as always, and everyone I was racing against made it great. Awesome. I'll be back.
Fantastic. Thanks, Fraser. Talk to you soon, mate.
Cheers. See ya.
There you go, Corey, one of the young stars of up and coming stars of SNL, and I'd say he's when I say up and coming, I think he's well and truly arrived.
Oh, I would definitely say he has well and truly arrived, Alex, because he's been up towards the front every single time he has hit the track, and he's definitely been showing that he's got the skill to hang with the pace, and he doesn't even need the draft to make a good run of it, as we saw at Mid-Ohio earlier in the season. I'm expecting big things out of him next season, and maybe himself being a bit of a championship contender for next season.
Oh, I have no doubt, mate. The strength of his racing, and even listening to him talk then about his race, that showed his race IQ in terms of, positioning his car, not attacking at the right times, and saving the full-on attack for when it's warranted, when it counts, So, looking forward to seeing what he can do. And don't mind the BMW livery just quietly either. So, I look forward to seeing that again next year. But now we will bring up our 3rd place getter tonight and season champion, Julian O'Fray. Congratulations on not only the race tonight, but the championship overall, mate. Well done.
Hello, thank you. The championship, it's a good operation, because my first place, I'm always on it, so it's nice. Sadly, I regret I can't battle with Nagai, because the championship was into him and me, and I regret Ogeri destroy him. He touched me too, maybe with a ghost or without. I don't watch at the moment. It's regrettable, but it's race.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I wondered if he did touch both of you there, but we were bitterly disappointed that the championship battle was ended so early, mate. But certainly it was exciting coming into it, just a little bit disappointing after a lap or so. But don't let that take away from your season, though, Julian. Massively strong performance in what has been the strongest fields we have ever seen, the strongest fields that iRacing's ever seen in the Skip Barber, and to come out on top of that must be very satisfying.
Yep. It's cool. I would like to battle a bit more, but I prefer to stay safe and finish on the podium. I think it's better.
Yeah, that's right.
And you see, I managed to beat Nagai on the qualification.
Mate, we did. We actually commented on
Yep.
that. I don't know if we have a podcast called Locked On iRacing, and we discussed it this week. We said we hope you were practicing your quali during the week, because the guy with the point and potentially a good result was really going to be a big threat to you today. And lo and behold, you stuck it on pole, mate. Fantastic drive.
Yep. I have no choice to be fair to train the qualification this week. Usually I don't train like this, but this week I have no choice. The championship was in play, and I really need to this pole position.
Absolutely, mate. Well, it made all the difference in the end. It shows what the hard work does, and the hard work certainly pays off, and that's what it did tonight. And I think we're just coming up to the pivotal moment here on lap 2 as the race really took a very different turn, as we see here in the braking zone. All locked up. Yep, 2 for 2, and away you go. That's the championship right there, folks. That's where it all happened. But don't take away anything from your efforts, Julian, over the season. In fact, it's not won or lost at one corner. It's won and lost over a series of 12 races. And you, my friend, have done it all this season. Congratulations. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to in celebration of a fantastic result?
I want to thank all driver I race with all season long. All season long, yes, it's correct.
Yes.
Yes, and you for your stream all season long too. It's really enjoyable to watch the races each week. Great. It's nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Julian. Thank you so much for your support of the series and your fantastic racing this season. You've made it a fantastic show and very enjoyable to watch as well as broadcast. So thank you very much, and congratulations once again, mate. Hopefully we might even see you come back and defend that title next year.
Thank you, and maybe next season it's possible. I don't know at the moment.
Very good.
Bye.
All right. Thanks, Julian, too, mate. All right, Corey. Quite humble in victory, I would suggest, Mr. Julian O'Fray, and great champion to have for us this season for sure.
Definitely is. O'Fray's always been a great representative for the Skippy community, even back when Red Face Racing had 2 cars, and both of them were absolutely dominant for those couple of seasons that they raced with us. And then, for him to come back in the way that he has in the last couple of seasons and take out the title, he's a very deserving driver. And, as you said, absolutely humble. And, you can tell he's absolutely ecstatic on the inside. You can't hear it from his voice, but you can definitely tell that he's going to be enjoying this one.
Yeah, mate, I imagine he is. I would be too. Like I said, strongest season we've ever had, and he's come out on top. So congratulations to him. Let's bring up young Mr. Vasco Sorofsky, mate. Oh, the only shot I've got at the moment is in the pits. That's
hello, guys.
And
that sums up my whole night, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Tell us, mate, what went on?
Oh, yeah, I'm full of excuses today, but yeah, head wasn't in it. But anyway, we stuffed quali, made a mess, and then I apologised to Hiroshi so much. I thought there was space, but I don't know. I've bumped him, and off we went, and Yes, and then spent the rest of the race looking in the mirrors, watching the leaders coming and thinking, I don't want to get involved in this. Yeah, not the way we wanted to finish the last race of the season, guys. Really, we wanted to get some points, even last week, I suppose. But, it's just how it goes. So, end of the day, I just wanted to pop in, say thank you guys for the great season that you guys put on. Congratulations to Julian for the championship and all the other races as well for everywhere they've gone. And yes, hopefully we'll get our act together a little bit better and not fall apart come, the big moment time.
Well, that's it, mate. All runs under the belt for next season. That's what I'm hearing, and hopefully bigger and better things. And I'm sure you've got great foundations here, mate. A lot of experience in our strongest season ever. Now it just comes back to applying it next season, and the results will come, I'm sure, mate. So thank you for joining us, mate. It is very much appreciated. Great to see a couple of ANZ guys in the top split each week, and you now can claim full-on regular status. So that's fantastic, mate. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Obviously, you guys, you and Corey for everything that you've done, and everyone else that's involved in putting together the SNL series. To the other drivers, and like I said, congrats to Julian. Obviously, the boys that spur me on every week, Justin, Doug, Martin, and Greg, and obviously my daughter Bethany gets a mention, even though her dad came last or something close to it, which isn't a good thing. But we'll hide this one till next season anyway. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Vasco. That's great, mate. We'll look forward to talking to you again next season.
Thank you.
There you go, Corey. It's Vasco who's been putting it on display really for or doing us proud for the ANZ club. We haven't got too many in the top split at the moment. The strength of field's been massive, and that's been keeping folks in the second split. But the second split tonight, of course, over on the 1D Wade special broadcast brought to you by Braden Martin, who didn't don the helmet tonight, but instead he took on the camera work. So interested to go back and watch that one as well, mate. But that's pretty much it. Season 25, run, won and done. Our biggest yet, our most successful, and pretty happy about that too, Corey? What do you got coming up in the next little bit?
So coming up for the Aussie Sim Commentator channel, we got the start of the chase for the championship for the Output Racing League. And you can find that one at twitch.tv/Aussie_Sim_commentator. The first race is going to be at the Kentucky Speedway Oval. And since we're not going to be here next week, or as I understand the week after, because we're looking at taking some time off, the week after we're going to New Hampshire for 120 laps. And then we're wrapping things up at the Michigan International Speedway, where we will crown a champion for, I think this is season number 7 or 8 of the Output Racing League. So big strides going on over there. Apart from that, keep an eye on the Speedway Memes Facebook page for when I'm going to be doing Speedway videos from the Perth Motorplex. They're always a good bit of show. We had one just yesterday, and all the videos went up this morning on the page. Great racing was had there. The track was in excellent condition the entire night. Apart from that, you might see me doing some sporadic streams here and there of both GTA 5 roleplay and of iRacing, of course. And then once we get ourselves sorted out, Alex, back here in the booth with you for some more Sunday Night Lights Skippy action.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We'll take a bit of a Chrissy break, and then we'll be back in action for season 26. But everything top split is on your screen at the moment. Join us in the Discord where we do the broadcast and the post-race interviews and all the latest news and everything and the results and everything's in there over at the top split. The top split is also where you'll find us on YouTube, where this and all the other previous 25 seasons of Sunday and Monday Night Lights can be found, as well as the odd race replay of my own, track guides and a couple of things as well. And Top Split TV, of course, is where on Twitch you will find us, well, nearly each and every Sunday night. We're about to have a break, but join us at 9:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, GMT plus 11, when we're on. So we will have a short break, folks, for Christmas, be back early in the new year. But I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to everyone who has supported the series this season. It has been our biggest and our best. First time ever we cracked 5,000 strength of field, and not so much, not only just the once, but 4 times, and also have confirmed the strongest field ever in skip bar belt racing in in iRacing. So congratulations to the drivers and the community. It's a great night out on a Sunday, and thank you very much for your support. But until next time, folks, I'm Alex McKellar on behalf of the chaotic one himself, Corey Steinhauser. Thank you again for your support, and ciao for now.